Welcome back to Cinema Corner. I'm Blake, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Alex and Josh.
And welcome to our review of Aquaman 2: The Lost Kingdom, released just last week, officially on December 22nd. And currently, it's rocking a 35% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Nice.
Yeah, for anyone who did not know, or if you don't care, then whatever. But this is our review. I'm like a few days removed from it. I don't know how long ago you guys watched the movie, so
About too long ago. I would argue it's been too long since I've seen the movie.
I watched it Saturday. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, as of now, this movie is not at $1 billion revenue, but it probably will be very soon. So it's always good to see. I would guess it'll be $2 billion, not too much further after that.
Budget of
obviously
$205 million. Box office so far $126.8 million. So hasn't made the money back quite yet.
Yeah, but it has a strong next week.
Give it time.
True.
That's True. Crazy. 205. Obviously, this is the unfortunate end of the DCEU. It had a great run, but it's over, which is sad because this one really did some good building for what a future sequel could be, and where the future of this universe was going. But yeah, I mean, obviously this was a phenomenal. James Wan came back to direct this, did a great job with the first one. He came back and did it even better, I think. I definitely think this one was better. And overall, I just thought this movie was actually enjoyable and like a decent way for the DC to end.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I saw that there's a 79% of my fellow brothers and sisters that were agreeing on Rotten Tomatoes with that 79% score, saying it's positive. This film was definitely solid. It was actually surprisingly well done. I didn't notice really any awkward kind of scenes from the possible reshoots that happened. Really, it was flawless, and I'm kind of surprised that it's not making on pace to make more money than the last one. I mean, this was definitely a great sequel. You always got to worry about the second one trying to be better than the first one, and this was an easy hit. Also, the CGI was phenomenal throughout the film. I didn't really even notice one bit that was like, kind of brought me out.
That's a little bit of a stretch there, but okay.
Where?
Go on.
Not where. When did you notice one?
In some of the underwater sequences, like, definitely felt a little too...
It looked better than Avatar. Tell me it didn't. This is the Aquaman.
A little bit of a stretch on that.
Yep, that's definitely a stretch there. Anything else you wanted to add to your little...
I just really loved how it ended. You probably plenty of, even if, fuck you if you haven't seen this film yet, honestly. Listen, it ended just paying homage, obviously, to our boy Iron Man. But obviously, Aquaman, he did it better. Let's be real. I mean, it wasn't cringy at all. Just him squealing at the end. I thought that was fantastic. He's the man. And what a way to end this DC universe by paying respect to another universe.
Alex, thoughts?
Oh, you're done? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't be that much more positive than that you guys just gave it there. This is a storybook ending to the DCEU, if you will. It's a lot of years in the making, but it had to come to an end, and they decided to walk out with a buddy cop, brotherly bond kind of movie, and
pretty good.
That aspect of it was decent. There was some moments in there for sure. I'm not gonna lie to you, a good part of this movie I did not care for at all. It's
why?
It felt a lot longer than it should have been, to be honest with you. Saying here officially it's 2 hours and 4 minutes. At least the first 40 minutes felt like, okay, can we get somewhere? Because it's just kind of like jumping back and forth between the Black Trident thing that apparently now is a thing. They definitely did not mention that in the first film, that King Atlan had a brother that he banished. So cool.
That's kind of the point. They made it so that he'd be forgotten, and they did stuff to make sure he'd be forgotten in history to ensure that nobody would go looking for it. So that's kind of the whole point is that people don't know about it. So
okay, I'm gonna give my best things about this film. I like the dynamic between Jason Momoa and Patrick Wilson, the two brothers. Felt a little weird at first because you're like, okay, well, he was just trying to, like, you guys were fighting for essentially each other, and now you guys are good now, okay, just because he like broke him out, whatever. And the actor who plays Black Manta, they casted a really good actor to play Black Manta, and Black Manta itself, the character, is a cool character. He looked pretty comic accurate to me, and that's about all I can say. That was good. Then the last fight sequence was probably the best part of the film, to be honest with you. I
actually really,
and it was
liked
really
the
short.
Ending. Like, it was a build up of, oh man, he's gonna get released. And I just thought it was kind of cool how they like killed him off in 30 seconds. I just thought they're just so proficient as a duo that they clamped him. So it was a bend don't break kind of defense, so I respect that.
I mean, yeah, that does work for the most part. Every now and then it doesn't, but I thought, honestly, Amber Heard was in this movie a lot more than we kind of expected, especially with how many reshoots, which, like you said, was done pretty seamlessly. Not a whole lot of it looked weird with that. But there was a lot more Amber Heard than I expected there to be, which I wasn't mad at. I thought her character was pretty cool in this one and got better.
Fantastic tornadoes.
Yeah, the tornado stuff was kind of cool. But for the most part, like, I was kind of surprised on how much Amber Heard we got, and I wasn't disappointed with it, and I wouldn't have minded more, to be honest. I would not have minded more of her. I kind of like her story, but
I think the worst part is that when Black Manta threw the trident at the end of the film, towards her face, that Ocean Master stopped it. I was like, oh, so this is how they're gonna do it. They're gonna kill her off here, because it definitely looked like when she first stopped Black Manta from trying to take the whatever thing it's called, and she was all burnt up and she was going to be in the hospital. I thought she was going to die there, and she did not, which was kind of unfortunate. And then again at the end there, Ocean Master came in the clutch somehow, some way, and stopped it. So I can't ever forgive him for that, but it is what it is. It don't matter. This is dying here. So one way or another,
Alex, I gotta say, it doesn't really sound like you went into this movie giving it a genuine chance. It's very not released a Snyder Cut version of you.
Facts.
Seriously, I think Amber Heard was perfectly fine.
Despite all of my grievances with the film and it not being that great of a film, it's so dumb that I had fun with it. I could just literally eat popcorn and just be like, okay, well, this is dumb, but at least I'm somewhat getting something.
I don't know. Dumb is right. I feel like it was actually pretty good. I like the message about climate change, and it wasn't like a stupid in your face way of doing it, which I was a little worried about when I heard about it, like in writing and production. That was kind of gonna be like the basis of it. I thought they did like a good job of doing it.
Bad. I agree.
I don't think it was like, we have to stop climate change, and like there wasn't any like look in the camera, like wink at you kind of moments in a way, which I respected because I thought there would be more of that. And I was kind of waiting for a legit fourth wall break about it, just the way they were talking about it, and they didn't do that at all. So I thought that part definitely was positive about it. I thought the brother and Momoa together were pretty funny, especially the running scene where it was like, why is he running like an idiot? And then finally, like, he asked him about it, and he was like, I've never ran before, so I don't know. So I thought that was kind of funny to see him just running like a Naruto runner. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, but and then him eating a burger at the end to just cap it off. I mean, that was a delicious looking burger. I really think the prop department did a good job there, making sure a burger looked delicious for him to have.
Yeah, and the beer. Can't forget the beer. Yeah, I just thought honestly they did a better job of making this movie actually be like entertaining and have a message without making the message like in your face. Like it was just like it was a part of the storyline. It made sense for the storyline, and it was also like you could see the reflection. And then I thought it was the scene where Manta kidnapped Arthur Jr. was kind of cool. Especially how he like stabbed the dad, and he's like a trained assassin, and he's like, I'm gonna leave just enough time for your son to see you die. And then he didn't die being a human, being stabbed by this guy. That part was kind of cool to me. That was like, oh, at least they saved the dad, so the kid could have a grandpa. I like that part. But yeah, Dolph Lundgren obviously was sweet in this. Totally forgot that he was a part of these movies. Nicole Kidman, she had some great roles. I don't understand how much money they got paid to be a part of these. But the cast all around was pretty good. They're on their A game.
Really was. I mean, seriously, this is a movie I could easily recommend to anybody. Just give it a watch. Really.
Amber Heard had some good line delivery too. If we're being with her little scenes.
Yep.
Alex, thoughts?
No, I already said what I had to say. This is this was a mid movie. It was.
If that's your opinions, then what would you rate it?
It's not egregious like this is saying like fucking 2 out of 10 or anything like that. It's pretty mid, and you know it's kind of indicative of the whole universe. You know, from start to finish. So I'll give it like a 5. Just, you know,
Okay. It seems a little low from what I was expecting from you. All right. Well, I guess it's my turn. This is easily a 2 out of 10. This movie fucking sucked. I'd rather watch The Flash again in IMAX. Like, goddamn, this movie was fucking awful. It was so cringy. I didn't know that Jason Momoa could be on Ezra Miller cringy levels. He was just awful in this. I legit to the point, if I see him in a movie again, I might not watch it. He just was awful. This sucked. I'd recommend people to watch it to make them suffer. That's my thoughts.
It's really not that bad. I gave it like a 7.2 out of 10. I thought this movie was pretty good. It did a good
Stop.
Shut up, dude.
Stop.
What?
Stop.
This man's camping.
Stop.
We talking about 7.2 out of 10. I thought the villain was interesting. I thought the storyline was interesting. I like how they're underwater creatures and they have like underwater machine sharks they ride, not legit sharks, because that made a lot of sense to me. I was like, yeah, let's have machine things under the sea.
I think they had real sharks in the first one.
They had their own job.
No, there's definitely sharks inside of the sea. So I just feel like
no, but like they rode real ones in the first one.
Yeah, but these ones were better because they had turbo buttons, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was cool to see Aquaman, who like in the beginning made a big deal about his son being able to talk to fish, and he was like, "Holy shit, I can share this with you." And then we don't see that ever again until the end, where he just has a bunch of whales just blasting, just blowing up a machine. That was so cool of Aquaman to just use his super cool, unique power once in the series. That was pretty sweet in a dope way. It'd be, it'd almost be weird if he was actually using him for, cool stuff throughout the movie, but why would he? So, yeah, 7.2. I feel like a couple things they could have improved on would just be like overall storyline could have used some work. Actors definitely could have used some work. CGI could use some work here and there. Just overall concept of the movie could have used some work. If you kind of touch that stuff up, this could have easily been like a 9 out of 10 for me. But
it really could have.
Just have to drop it down a couple points for that stuff.
Wow.
James Gunn, do better. I mean, you can't get any worse than this. I don't think.
Honestly, there was all those talks about bring back Henry Cavill, bring back Gal Gadot, because she's another one who, boy, is she a great actress or what? Her delivery of every line, she is phenomenal. She is not just as boring as a blank wall. You know what I mean? She gives real depth to all of her characters. Bring back Momoa if you're going to bring it back anybody. He had a lot of fun in this movie, and you could tell. And I had fun seeing him have fun.
You had fun getting paid to just do a shitty movie.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Like Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, just some of those actors that just have no talent at all. They just continue to get movies where they're terrible, and people for some reason act like you have to like them. So respect to them for that. But yeah, Aquaman 2. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing? Get out there, go see it.
Pop
if you
those
have
numbers
seen,
up.
let us know in the comments below. What were your guys' thoughts of it? Obviously, across the board, we have a 2, a 5, and a 7. So we have a pretty diverse cast here of terms of our rating. So let us know in the comments below what you guys think. Like the video as always, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one.